When you buy Kroger brand products, you feel like you're winning. That's because they offer proven quality at lower than low prices. In fact, we guarantee that you and your family will love how Kroger brand products taste, or you get your money back. So next time you're shopping for the family, look for delicious Kroger brand products, because they'll make you all feel like you're winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Bakers, fresh for everyone.
It's time to get inside the Giants Huddle.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On Giants.com.
I like it, I like it.
And the Giants mobile app.
Boom, give me some juice.
Part of the Giants Podcast Network.
Let's roll.
It's time to look at the safeties on the Giants Huddle podcast, brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the New York Football Giants. A fun group for the Giants this year. Guy like Jason Pinnock returning, a rookie in Tyler Nubin, veteran like Jalen Mills, a lot of players at the position that should be very entertaining, including a name you might not think would be involved at the safety position, but you'll see as we get through this podcast. And now we're joined by Giants safety, Dane Belton. Dane, thanks for being with us, man.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So you have a chance in the OTAs right now to be running with the ones next to Jason Pinnock. How do you think that's gone?
It's going well. Just picking up a new scheme, going out there, making plays, having fun with the guys. It's going well.
Talk about the new scheme. You do have a new defensive coordinator, but Jerome Henderson's still here. Yeah. So how has he helped ease that transition where he's probably still learning how to translate the wing stuff to the, new defensive coordinator stuff? Has he been very helpful helping you guys kind of integrate what you've done into this new system?
Yeah, 100%. Him and Mike both, with the DBs.
Mike Trayer.
Just being able to, have that, familiarity with the coach that we've been, the past 2 years, and knowing that, what we came from and how we're going to, kind of change or carry some things over into this new scheme. It's been good. It's been helpful. And
I know there's a lot of change, right? Wink, you guys were in single high a ton, a lot of man-to-man. Sometimes there were no safeties deep. You're on cover zero, right? I feel like the new defensive coordinator with Shane Bowen, a lot more too high split safety stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely. More too high, but even in that, still being aggressive, not just people think too high, you think, conservative, don't, bend, don't break. But, at the same time, we're still going to be aggressive, match routes tight, and, stop the run, things like that. So I think it's being in it for however long, a couple months, it's been good. And, you kind of see, how Tennessee was a good defense.
Is this more defined roles for the safety in this system where you have a free and a strong, or is this a deal where based on formation, both guys had to be able to play up, play deep, maybe play man in the slot, whatever the role might be?
Yeah, it's still versatile. Both safeties have to be called on to play man, get down in the box, run fits, play high. Kind of the same thing, so it's kind of that versatility factor where, all safeties have to be able to do everything.
I feel like this system will put you guys in the secondary specifically in a little bit more of a position to read the quarterback, right? And you're not playing as much man, so you're facing the quarterback a little bit more. For a guy like you who's done a really good job getting his hands on the football, does that benefit you where you're able to try to read the quarterback a little more and break on the ball and anticipate?
Yeah, I definitely think it does benefit. And, just going back to even in college, it's a similar defense to what we're in college, tight quarters match, things like that. So I feel like it's a system that I can, get the ball and produce and things like that. So, I'm definitely excited to play in this system.
Now, you've mentioned it a couple of times already. I know a lot of people think zone like old school zone. All right, you have an area of the field you're responsible for. That's where you stick a guy, comes in, you cover him. But zone in the NFL now is a lot of match zone, right? So you start in a zone, but then you basically have man responsibilities based on who lines up in your area, right? Can you explain that for fans how that works?
Yeah, I would say it's really just like you have a set zone, right before the play started. And, I would say usually you figure out who you have within like a second. And so once you get your reads on whatever it may be and what coverage, it kind of turns into, like you said, a match zone, tight coverage. You want to get to the man. You don't want to just cover land, they say, or just be in no man's land. So, it's definitely like, after a couple seconds, it turns into man. So it's hard for the quarterback to kind of pick up and see passing lanes and things like that. So I think it's a good defense for sure.
I got to imagine there's a lot of communication in the secondary
100%.
Is key in a system like this, right? Why?
It's really getting everyone on the same page. When you're playing man, it's kind of easy. I got this guy, I got that guy. When you're in zone, you got to see the formation. Talk about what we're playing, how especially during the week, how we're gonna play a certain route combo that a team likes to do and things like that. So it's definitely a lot of communication on the field, on the sideline, in the meeting room, and things like that. That it's gonna lead to success.
You have a rookie, Tyler Nubin, in the room. Everyone I've talked to has talked about how kind of smart he is and how he's picked things up quickly. What has it been like working with him?
Yeah, he's a good player. Athletic. Intelligent. A guy that is a hard worker. So it's definitely a good addition to the room.
You probably have no way to answer that, but I'll ask the question anyway. Why do you think you have a knack for getting your hands on the football? It seems like you find your way to the football. How and why?
Oh man, I would say lean on coaches. what they teach, just grabbing the information I can and using on the field and utilizing everything I can, on the field, seeing reads and things like that, reading the quarterback like we talked about. Really just, just been in good situations, putting myself in the right place and making a play.
Anything particular you're trying to get better at this offseason?
Yeah, just continuing, with obviously learning new defense, continuing just fundamentals, a lot of things, especially coming out the post, things that, really, all around game that can improve and just looking to be, a better player all around.
Can't wait to see it. Dan, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, and now we're joined by Giants rookie safety Tyler Nubin. Tyler, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Lucky, happy to be out here, bro.
All right, so you've been about 2 months as a Giant. What's it been like?
It's been surreal, bro. Honestly, just being able to come in here, go to work every day, see New York Football Giants on the facility every single day, man. It brings you life. So, I'm lucky to be here, man. I'm blessed.
So I had a chance a couple weeks ago to talk to your DC and your head coach,
Yeah.
and they were raving to me about your work ethic in terms of how you want to learn defense. So what has it been trying to learn your first NFL defense?
It's been challenging. It's obviously, it's a different game than college, so different details go into every single play, every single call. But it's been awesome. It's been real fun learning from my coaches, learning from the vet guys that have been here before on, little tips and tells that could help me make plays in the league. So it's been awesome.
What's the difference? Like, break it down for me. What's the difference between an NFL defense versus what you're doing in Minnesota?
So I feel like the main difference is, everybody is paid to do a certain thing in the league. Everybody's here for a different reason, and I feel like you can get a lot of those tips and tells from the personnel that you have on the field of what the offense is going to bring you, because this guy's going to get paid to do this guy's going to get paid to do this. So I think it's just more specific than in college. You could have like a full Rolodex of plays and everybody can run the same routes, but in the league I feel like it's just more specific to people's certain skill sets, so they can't lie to you as much.
Now, as someone that I know takes pride in watching the opponent's tape over the course of the week, does that get you excited where you can really kind of zone in on the type of specifics teams are trying to do, and then you can figure out ways to counteract it?
Yeah, that makes me really excited, honestly. Just being able to know, certain matchups and, certain ways that teams are going to try to attack you. It's not going to really change that much from week to week. Obviously it's going to change from, team to team and what they do, but, their guys are always going to be their guys, for whatever team you have. So you can kind of zone in more specifically on what this guy does and, how the team's going to try to attack you. So that's really exciting.
A lot of split safety stuff in this defense, right? So that also means you got to be able to do everything, right?
Yeah.
Because if the offense shifts, you got to come down or depending on the responsibility. So how has it been like trying to learn all those different spots, whether it's, almost like linebacker force play in the run game, whether it's, deep single high deep safety, split safety, maybe you have to cover somebody in the slot. What has it been trying to learn all those different roles at the same time?
Yeah, it's been difficult, but I mean, I feel like I was in a really good spot coming into this. I had amazing coaches at Minnesota, that really broke down the whole big picture of football and how pieces go into each other. So I feel like I have a good understanding of how defenses work. Obviously it's a little different at this level, but just being able to see the big picture is really it's kind of easy for me, and being able to learn the different pieces of the defense and how I fit into it. It's been really great for me, and helps me understand a lot more.
How has Jalen Mills helped you? He's a guy that's been in the league a long time and has been around the block a little bit.
Man, a lot, bro, a lot with everything from my technique to different things that the offense has given me that I can get a beat on what they're trying to do. He's helped me a lot. Almost every day I learn something from him. So I'm excited to continue to learn from him.
Final question: you look at your interceptions in college. It's some is single high, but it's a lot of deep safety. You're watching the quarterback, anticipating breaking on the ball and getting it. I feel like the way they're going to play the safeties in this defense with eyes on the quarterback, that fits your skill set pretty well, no?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it definitely fits my skill set. I think it fits the skill set of everybody in the room very well. We got a lot of ball hawks in the room. Me, Jay Penn, Belton, Jay Mills, Isaiah Simmons. We got a bunch of guys that can go get the ball. So it's going to be a really great opportunity for all of us.
And I think some opportunities for some 3 safety packages, right? Given the way you guys can all do a lot of different things.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Tyler, good stuff, man. Good
Appreciate
luck.
it, man. Thank you.
You're ready for a change. Payday comes early with Citizens, so go to that retreat. New you moves to the country. Now you're raising goats and launching a lifestyle brand. Are you ready for all that life brings?
Football is coming, and so is the next college semester. If you need funding, a Citizens student loan could help you pay for 100% of your school certified cost. Get your rate quote in about 2 minutes at citizensbank.com/payforcollege. Now we're joined by Giants safety Gervarrius Owens. Gervarrius, how are you, man?
I'm been good. I've been blessed, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. This is your second year now, but you
Yes,
got to learn
sir.
a whole new system. I guess is that a little disappointing that you can't kind of carry over everything you did last year into this year, at least in terms of knowing the system and everything like that?
It can get challenging, but it's definitely, it's just like learning ball. The more you know, the better, obviously. So definitely excited to learn and be able to play in this system for sure.
Is this more similar to the type of stuff you did in college, I would imagine, than compared to what you did last year?
Yeah, definitely. Just more eyes on the quarterback. Breaking and playing ball, but
Split safeties,
yeah,
right?
Most def.
What is it you like about this system that'll help you show what you do well as a player?
I think in the grand scheme of things, it just allows the playmakers to make plays. If you're a guy that's around the ball a lot, you'll be able to showcase that and showcase your traits, and be able to stand out. It's a little keeping things simple and just letting your big time players just show their ability and their talents over the tape.
For you were game day. Some games you got a jersey, some games you didn't get a jersey, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
what was your rookie season like for you? Look back on it. What are the things you think you did well? What are the things you think you really want to work on and kind of get better at heading into your second year?
Yeah, rookie season, it was a blessing, just being able to soak in and get around the guys and just learn things, just sit back and learn how people operate in day to day, and as far as getting a routine and habits and eating and everything, it's like a whole new thing just going from playing, 10 to 12 games to a whole 20-game season, not even including the playoffs if you're blessed with that opportunity. So just a soaking in moment. I deal with some injuries early on, so had to try to adjust and fight back to those things and change little things and habits that I did, and then just working back into it, just seeing where I needed to grow as far as learning the playbook and just things on the field, just a lot of mental reps and stuff like that to get me prepared for this season.
Where do you think you've made the biggest jump from when you stepped into the league to where you are today after one full year with the Giants?
I would just say, film study and playbook and just learning, the tendencies and traits as far as backfield formation sets and stuff are obviously different in college than they are in the NFL, just depending on what conference you played in. Some teams are more spread, some teams are more, the Big 10 type of pro-style football. So just learning different tendencies, traits, and backfield sets and just tells of the league and formations of offensive backfields and sets. So I feel like that's like the biggest adjustment that I've been able to learn and help speed up my game.
Yeah, and finally, special teams is going to be really important for you, too, to get a jersey on game days, right? So what has it been like learning from Michael Gabriel, new special teams coordinator, and figuring out this new kickoff rule, which everyone seems to be kind of like, I don't know what it's quite going to be, but I'm going to work my butt off at it.
Just learning from him, though, he's a great dude, very brings a lot of energy to the team in the meeting room. So, that'll obviously be a great thing for us to be able to do. And, special teams is just kind of like more so an effort thing than anything. So, just being able to pop out on film and showcase, that you care and, you want to be a part of this team and want to be a standout. So I feel like special teams is how a lot of guys get their names and roles. So just stuff to build off. So I feel like that'll be great. As far as the kickoff, I don't know how I feel about it, man. I feel like it's kind of set up for the kickoff return a little bit.
Just I think a little bit. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, it's like one guy to gap is like a one cut, you gone type. So I think it'll just help everybody key in on the little small details and aggression, make sure keeping your leverage and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's just we're gonna have to watch it and see how it go this first year. But it could be a good thing.
Gervarrius, thanks, man.
Most definitely.
Appreciate the time,
you
dude. Good luck this summer.
Blessing.
Now we're joined by Giants safety Jason Pinnock. Jason, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Great.
Awesome, man. Talk about this system. What has it been like trying to learn Shane Bowen and what he's trying to teach you guys on defense?
It's been really dope, a dope experience. Learning something you learn more than what you thought you knew. So this is my third system now in the league, and as a safety, you diagnose it way more in depth than you probably would as a corner. So interesting and looking forward to making it come alive. So.
Now, I was talking to Dane Belton, and I was asking him, well, is this more defined, strong, free? There's a lot of split safety in this system, right? And he basically told me that you got to, based on how the offense then lines up, you guys got to be able to do everything, right? Talk about how that kind of works for the safety position.
And it's I don't know what he said, but it's definitely a grade of a balance. Like it's you're going to have your systematical stuff, but you got to make it come to life. You can call certain calls based off of what you're seeing or tendencies in that case, but it's a more rangy. We're obviously a lot more pressure last year, and stuff, things of that nature. So.
Eyes on the quarterback. That's
Right.
something that the DBs have all said to me, and they get that same smile you just got. They all get the big smile when they say eyes on the quarterback. Why is the safety does that get you excited?
Because that's what gets you paid in this league. You know, you want to. That's the stuff you've been doing since you was a kid, man. You want picks. You want to be able to get that ball in your hand and show people your little offensive skills and whatnot. But make big plays, man, for the guys.
And that's a lot of mental prep too, right? Because in order to make those plays and anticipate, you've got to have a pretty good idea of what the offense is trying to do to you, right?
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was alluding to. It's like it's more of processing where you do have vision now, so you're not on your man. So things, you got to be a little bit tighter as far as your study and just what you're expecting. So,
what has you most excited about the secondary? You guys got a good, nice little mix of rookies, young vets, and then you have some vets like Jalen that have been around the block a couple of times.
Right, and you hit it right there for me. Honestly, the balance in the room. We have such a young core that has played a lot of football in this league already and done pretty well. So to be able to have a room that I know we could potentially grow together is huge. It's huge, and learning how your young guys learn and seeing how to let us vets just handle the room and let the guys become what they are,
Is Tyler a little bit ahead than what most rookies are?
Yes, for
How
sure.
so?
Just his processing and his just his knack for the ball. He's a very smart safety. He in college you got a lot of guys who they play ball. And it's not too much studying going on, but you can know in 5 minutes of a conversation. It's a guy who knows ball. A guy who watches a lot of film and he understands the pieces. Specific coverages and what offenses are trying to do to him. So, very smart kid.
Finally, sorry for interrupting. Finally, for you personally, in this system now, what's the next step for Jason Pinnock? Where do you want to kind of take that next step and become a better player? Maybe make a Pro Bowl? Who knows?
Exactly. No, for sure. That's the goal. But the two bowls. That's always the goal. Pro and the Super Bowl.
That's a good
one. The two bowls. But it's the ball. It's the ball. The same smile you kept getting from all the DBs. That is the biggest thing with this defense. We're gonna be able to get our hands on the ball and show that we can shift momentums of games. So looking forward to it.
Are you willing to trade that for maybe fewer chances blitzing and getting sacks?
Throw a tough one at me, because I do love getting to that quarterback. I do, but yes, I would definitely rather some interceptions.
Jason, good stuff, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
the time, dude.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You love turf. You're good at it. So you start a turf biz. Business grows, your savings grow. Become the most celebrated name in turf. Are you ready for all that life brings?
Now we're joined by Giants, I'm going to say defensive player Isaiah Simmons, who's my first question is pretty simple. What meeting room are you in? I've been trying to figure it out.
Man, this year I've been taking on this year with the defensive backs.
Why do you think that fits what you do well in this system?
I feel like I've had most of my success, from the DB room, just from my previous years with Arizona. Most of my success definitely came from me being in the DB room and just talking with Shane and how his defense is. We felt as if that would be the best fit and most effective thing for us.
Now, defensive back and safety is pretty broad, right? Safeties can have a lot of different roles. You can be a single high, you can be a split deep, you can be a box safety, you can be a slot safety, right? So do you see yourself in a specific role within that group, or do you think you're a guy that can train up in all those different areas?
Yeah, most definitely I think I can train up in all those different areas, but I think mainly I'll most likely probably attack the slot a little bit more this year. Like I said, just how Shane's defense is. It's almost like, I'm kind of like a perfect match for what he likes to do. So that was something that was really encouraging, just to go over him with and talk to him about.
In what ways and why do you think you're a perfect match for his system?
Just how he likes to use his slots, implemented in like the run game, how he blitzes them, just like spot drop type of defense matchups. He likes to play his slots against tight ends as well. So, that would be something that's beneficial.
Knowing I studied you a lot coming out in the draft, and knowing your size, your athleticism, I see almost like you have tight end eraser like in your tool set, I feel, right? Do you feel like that's a good role for you, being able to kind of take tight ends out of the game, given your size, length, and speed?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, we had a lot of success last year with me covering tight ends, wish we was able to do it a little bit more, but Yeah, I do. I definitely think that, that's something that I can be and, will be. So really looking forward to that.
And I got to imagine if you are in that slot role, right, and, you almost go play that third safety role there when you want to play a bigger nickel, right? If you want to be in sub, but it's an early down, they might run it. That seems like a great spot for you because you're big enough to run support, but then if they release somebody in, you have the speed to cover them as well.
Exactly. And, a lot of teams now, they put in bigger personnel to throw the ball now. So
they want to play action you and get you in mismatches,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good spot for you. What has it been like trying to learn his system and figure out exactly how he's going to use you?
It's been good. I pick up playbooks fairly easy, so it's kind of second nature to me. So it's been good learning Shane's defense. I feel like I learned it very fast, very well. And now I think it's just finding all the little nuances and critiquing the fine details with that are inside of it to really help everybody, just go to the next level. I think that's really where I'm at and really everyone's at as a whole.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Isaiah, good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate the time, dude. Thank you.
you.
Now we're joined by one of the Giants' newest defensive backs, Jalen Mills. Jalen, how are you, man?
Very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So how has it been trying to learn everything you need to learn here with the Giants over the last couple of months?
Going really, really smooth. Feeling really confident and having fun, man. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
How similar is this defensive system to what you've done in different spots in the past?
Very similar. Safeties are in control of the defense, making all the checks, making sure guys are getting lined up and getting ready to go and play fast.
And everyone that has been here that's in the secondary have said to me, eyes on the quarterback.
Yep.
And that tends to get defensive backs excited. Why?
Yeah. For one, this pass rush that we have, you know that quarterback, if he holds on to it, it's either going to be two things, good for them, the D-line, or good for us, the secondary, because either they're sacking them or the quarterback's making a mistake and we're able to make plays on the ball.
Yeah, and I got to imagine, too, that especially for a vet like you, this type of defense favors guys that know how to watch tape, knows how to anticipate. So when you're watching that quarterback, you're a step ahead, right?
100%.
How important has it been for you as a vet to try to get that across to some of the young guys that maybe haven't been around the block a couple times?
Yeah, I think it's very important. I was once a young guy asking those questions, how to watch film, what to look at in certain formations and things like that. And now me being a veteran guy in the room, having those young guys come to ask me those questions and, just seeing them translated from the meeting room and going out to the film room and making plays, man, is very exciting.
So you got two guys here that are rookies, Andrew Phillips and Tyler Nubin, and you've played both positions. So you kind of know what these guys are kind of getting into a little bit. Talk about each one, what you've seen from them and what you think their upside is.
Yeah, I'll start with Drew. Very athletic guy, very shifty, very quick, very detailed in his work as well. I'm always seeing him, whether it's the ones, twos, or threes on the field. He's asking questions, how he goes about his work. It's almost like he's comfortable. He's getting back comfortable, and that's what you want to see from young guys. And then when we're talking about Noob, very vocal guy. You can tell that he ran his defense in college, and he's trying to bring that here now. And that's what you want. You want guys to come in, even though they're young or not. Come in and be confident.
Awesome, Jalen. Hey, I appreciate the time, man. Best luck this summer, dude.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's the safety position of the Giants Huddle podcast, including Isaiah Simmons. Hope you enjoyed it, everybody. I'm John Schmeelk. It's all brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Giants. We will see you next time, everybody.